And yeah, this is printed with Comics Wellspring. Came out beautiful.
High quality stuff. People think it's fantastic. All the books that you see at my table are through Comics Wellspring.
All right. Here, but I'm thinking like there, right? Like
you gotta give, yeah.
So one up,
but you gotta give me angular. You can't give me arched eyebrows like a fucking cartoon character.
So wait.
You gotta give me angular eyebrows, and one of them's gonna be arched like the Rock. Right?
So
You gotta make me look like the villain from Flash Gordon.
Like I'm saying, like one up and right, and then the other one like.
Yeah, like questioning.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then
like
the eyes.
Yeah.
Like he's questioning.
Oh yeah, I like that. But it should be more angular, like a.
Like he's saying with like a V
sharp.
shape.
Oh,
V,
more like
very
this.
like yeah. What do you think about that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right,
That's a
let's try
Mr.
that.
Mix-Up.
All right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. All right. Everybody, we're here at SPX. I am Johnny C. I'm here with my good pal Dino. They've decided by committee that I am missing eyebrows. So Dino here is gonna put some eyebrows on me. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
I think I'll start this side.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get the hat off. There you go.
Go.
Taking on a Submariner type of look. Looks like an early Submariner in an amazing way.
Do I look like I could be fucking Sue Richards?
Oh, dude.
Right on.
Me, Richard.
Or fighting Tony Stark.
Yeah. There we go.
There you
It's
go.
like Spock.
This is what it's like to get cosmetic surgery from somebody who worked at Marvel. Yeah, this is next level shit. This might be the most valuable fucking thing illustrated SPX this weekend. Thanks, brother. That's fucking dope. That's dope, dude. Thank you.
Look at me.
Available now in the Philview February catalog. It's the Mighty Mascots. Born from a 3D printing accident, the weirdest superhero team ever hits comic book shops this spring. From Filbo Distribution. Featuring a killer variant cover by the legendary Chris Giarusso. Ask your local shop to reserve copies today. The Mighty Mascots, Issue 1.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Indie Comics Relay. I'm your host, Keith Gleason, creator of the Mighty Mascots and promoter for the Plastic City Comic Con. With me, as always, Johnny C., creator of Sartana, Surrounded by Death and the Pond. For who, Johnny?
Jesus Christos.
And our third co-host, the Time Lord of Tangents himself, Harry G. What's up, fellas?
What up, Harry? What up,
What's
Keith?
going on?
Not too much.
I was very blessed. I got to hang out with Keith and Amy this weekend.
Yeah, we was gonna talk about that. I was telling Harry about that in the green room, how we got to go to like just chill, like go thrift shopping and like chill and like check out these shops in Hudson, and
Big shout out to the horror shop out in Hudson on Main Street.
yeah, JR's Spooky Shack, was it?
That's correct. Yeah. And real awesome shop full of great horror collectibles. If you're in the Hudson area, Hudson, Massachusetts area, and if you're into horror, head by that shop. That guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, and he does some kind of, didn't he was saying does some kind of movie night thing every Sunday on like every Sunday night or something on the first of the month.
First Sunday of the month at the Fine Arts Theater in Maynard is a sponsored horror movie.
Yeah, and it's like always a surprise or something, he said. So yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Which is fun. Like that's cool. Like if you're just a horror fan, you want to go in like cold feet, like find a surprise. Like what better way than go? And you want to go to the movies.
Yeah,
it's like what better? Like you get exposed to new different horror stories. You get a little bit of perspective from aficionados. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I was at Kids Con yesterday.
How did that go?
Good. Like it's in the Castle Hotel, the Sheraton,
which
there
our friends, our friends at Monster Expo, they do their show there, and the July show that is.
Yeah, I gotta say that venue is really nice, and so does Randy House, who does the SNH Comic Bash, does his show there as well.
Same place, that venue.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like 3 shows that we know about that go there. Just crazy. And yeah, it was good. It was a lot of kids, a lot of families. I was telling Johnny about this on test. There's a point where I shut the whole ballroom lights off by accident, Harry. So like
classic.
Yeah. We were kind of like in the corner, and it was like right where the staff entrance was, and right on the wall was the lights. And I was I was bending down to get a print for somebody, and I put my hand up on the wall to like steady myself, but I put my hand like over the light switch, and it was like one of those touch ones.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the lights started going down, and then like you would have swore I killed somebody, because like everybody was like, oh my god, and then I was like, I realized that did it, and then I was like, oh shit, and I went up and I turned the light back on.
And so in a post-crisis world, that's like people think the extreme and react extremely.
Yeah, right.
That's something exactly I would do, like at one time I had jury duty, and it was a medical malpractice suit, and this woman's husband died under the care of 3 doctors. So, I got picked for I got picked for juror number 13. I'm like, and I told the judge, I'm like, listen, like school's starting, college, whatever. I can't really be here. I have classes, He's like, Harry, I need you, in case something happens to one of the jurors, I need you, as my guy. I'm like, all right, whatever. So anyway, the first day, I walked in, it was hot in there. It was like an autumn, I grabbed I had like a leather jacket on, and I was like so hot in the courtroom, and the bailiff on the first day that he was like standing by the doorways as people were exiting. He's like, thank you for coming, shaking all the jurors' hands, we'll see you tomorrow, whatever. And then I'm like, I just grabbed my leather jacket off the coat rack without even looking, and I didn't put it on until I got to the door. I'm like, I'll put it on now because I'm about to walk out. And the wooden hanger was still in the jacket, and I'm like, he sees me taking it out. I'm like, oh my God, he saw the whole thing. I'm like, you must think I'm trying to steal the coat hanger. I'm like, I'm not trying to steal this, I'm just here, just take it. Like, have a good night, Harry, my first impression.
That's like straight up out of a sitcom.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I can
right.
totally relate.
Yeah, like he in a sitcom, he would have just said to somebody, "Oh, yeah, I never steal anything," and then and then all of a sudden he's like pulling the hanger out of his jacket there, you know.
Yeah. I do that.
So,
I do those kind of things all the time.
Yeah, and and there was like blunder for me as well. But this show was good. Got to see a lot of our friends. Get to see Nikki Daly and Charlie.
Oh yeah,
I got to talk to her. Like about her health stuff, and she's doing great. She looks awesome, and get to see Matches Malone for a little bit.
I haven't seen Matches in a while.
Yeah, I'll tell you about some of the stuff with him after the show. But yeah, it was good to see him. And then what else? I seen, I'm trying to think if I seen anybody that Johnny.
I know everybody.
There's like a lot of kids vendors kind of, so like a lot of.
I saw Emily Druin, who runs the show with her husband at C2E2. And I tell her, I was like, look, Emily, I wish I could do your show. I just don't have any kids content. It would be pointless for me to do the show. I've even tried to make kids content, and it doesn't, like, I don't have anything really that clicks,
Yeah, and I forget who asked me. Someone asked me if you were there at the show, and I said, well, no, he doesn't really do this one because he has like horror and Western kind of comics. He doesn't really have anything kid-centric, so he usually doesn't do it.
Yeah, I've tried to write a kid's book, and actually, I have written an all ages book. It's Bismarck Hines, Agent 57. I worked on that with Jay Moores. I don't have additional copies of the book. I don't know how to reprint it, so I couldn't even bring that along anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I
Johnny, you can borrow my idea.
Mascots. What's that?
Huh?
It's a ladybug that's actually a male ladybug, and he's very angry.
That sounds like Dennis Leary's character in A Bug's Life.
Oh, is that right? No,
that's right. I forgot about that. That was great. Yeah, maybe like, I don't know. Maybe if you got some of those books, Johnny, maybe you could do Kids Con eventually, I don't know.
Well, I was actually thinking of a gateway for you to be able to do horror shows, Keith.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Alt horror covers of Mighty Mascots.
Oh.
Right? Where the main cast are all like Universal monsters.
Kind of like what Feral does. Like, have you seen that book, Feral? The Image book?
I don't know if I have. No. But like, I'm assuming like it's just they do like themed horror covers, right?
Yeah. Like the premise of it, it's like, it's the, if it's Homeward Bound mixed with a zombie movie, like a...
Oh,
so cool. It's like this outbreak of rabies, but it's all these cutesy kind of cat characters.
Oh, that's cool.
But they treat it like serious, like that book Stray Dogs. It's the same people that made that. But what they do is they have an A cover, and their B cover is always a movie variant, like a movie poster variant. So they always will do, like they did Conjuring, they did 28 Days Later. They did, you know what I mean? They do
spoof cover.
Spoof cover, but it's the poster, of that. So yeah, I could probably think about something like that. That wouldn't be
specialty covers specific to horror conventions. Like, this is my horror. You have the normal ones, but you marginalize that in favor of the horror ones.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
That could open you up to a new audience, new type of convention. You never know, because I mean, people love horror, but like people who like horror aren't limited to horror.
Right. Yeah, they like other things.
Right, of course.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll have to think about that. Because Amy certainly has like horror drawings and stuff, but it's like,
Right.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But anyways, I see our first guest is in the green room, which is good. And he's this could be great tonight. So
I have the feeling of a good show in my bones right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like
he actually wants to stay with us the entire broadcast, which I'm fine with.
God bless his heart for wanting to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't even want to stay for the whole broadcast. And he wants to stay.
That's amazing.
I'm joking. I love being here.
Yeah, I know. Me too, man.
Yeah.
But like, I was like working like my balls off all week. Well, yesterday, and then I had to work today. And
I gotta do
doing
my
my
taxes. That's the big thing that I'm pressing on right now. Is that they're due
taxes.
on Wednesday? And yeah,
Oh yeah,
You have to have it all
I'm
done.
maybe at like 50% done.
Oh shit! So you have to have it all done by Wednesday?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's gonna be crunch time for the next few nights.
Oh no!
But it's always important to do your taxes and pay your taxes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm behind on all my. I got all my taxes done up to last year, but I have all my taxes for this year to still process, and
Oh yeah,
I got to do it soon. I haven't had the time.
yeah.
But I try to do it monthly,
don't pull a
so I keep up with it.
Wesley Snipes.
Don't pull a Wesley Snipes. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Time to sell the island and the dinosaur skeleton.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, Mister Shushy goes, I might bail when the edible kicks in. No, just push through it.
Push through it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Push through it. It'll make things fun and weird and fun.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so Mister Shushy, it's actually a guy I've known for quite a while. Like when I this is going back to my stand-up days back 2014, like 2011 to 2014. I think I did stand up for like 3 years. And I used to run into him like when I did like Boston based shows. Like and yeah, we knew each other, and then I thought he was still doing comedy, but I guess he's kind of pivoted over to writing funny children books and like coloring books and things like that. And he's got a new one that's out. Looks really funny. I'm curious to learn about this one as well. But he also wants to hang out with us when we have the second guest tonight, which would be great. He can add like a little more, probably have some questions and stuff that we miss or whatever, So
yeah,
no
absolutely.
further ado, let's bring our first guest in tonight, Mister Shushy. What's up?
Woo! Can you hear me? Everybody can hear me?
We got you. We got you.
Man.
What's up, man?
Hey, how we doing, guys?
So good, man.
Hey.
Oh yeah, thank you guys so much. This is actually my work setup. Like this is like the headset I wear for work.
Oh, nice.
I work from home, so it's like, yeah, bro, I got the whole setup, dog.
That's awesome. Glad to finally have you on.
Wait, mic is hot, bro. Oh, okay. Wait, am I too loud? Am I like oppressive?
No, I think you're fine. I think you're fine.
Sweet. I'm like, because my day job, right, is corporate world. So okay. I'm just, every Zoom meeting, it's like, hey, my headset's not working, and like it's just so.
What kind of corporate world? What kind of corporate world, if you don't mind me asking? You can keep it broad.
Something you can tell us.
I would not say the name of my company, but I do work for a nonprofit.
Okay.
And basically, it's like an educational travel company.
Oh,
I book flights for an educational travel company.
That's
it's
amazing.
so weird when
awesome.
when you mix nonprofit with corporate. Like it's like,
yeah.
Wait, are you guys supposed to make I mean, like, you know what I mean? It's like,
I mean, profit. Nonprofit does not mean.
Yeah, they know.
Oh, they may. There's profit.
Yeah,
profit's still in the name.
The best example I can give is San Diego Comic-Con. It's a large nonprofit.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of money.
Yeah, right.
Annually. I mean,
that one I'm going to call into question one of these days. Like, how the hell is that set up as a nonprofit?
And here's the thing, right? It's also, by the way, I got Peach Paradise Synergy going on right here, kombucha right here. Shout out if Synergy's watching. I will take a deal. I'm
still waiting on 7-Up to call me back. So
yeah.
So, Mister Shushy, can I? Am I allowed to address you by your real name, or is it?
Yeah, you can call me Justin.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, Justin P. Drew.
Yeah, so me and Justin used to do comedy back in the day.
Yeah.
And
you said we crossed paths in Boston, but we also crossed paths in Air, right? Because I went to a show in Air. Yeah.
The Comic
Fest. Times. And then I used to see you, like, you were actually one of the only Boston guy. Like I always found the Boston crowd to be too cliquey for my my taste.
Oh, they hate me.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like you were the only guy that would actually like talk to people and like were friendly and you know what I mean. Like, and I always liked.
It's kind of funny. I was at brunch on Easter, and I was with my wife and actually a coworker, and I watched a dude who's a very funny dude from the Boston comedy scene. He's like won the Boston Comedy Festival. And I watched him like walk in with what I assume was his mom, or he is like he's got a sugar mama, one of the two, right? And he like did like a triple take. I watched him do like a triple take at me and then just walk the other way. Like there was no chance, this dude. And I just was, and I was high as shit. So I was just like, oh, hey, hey, bro. I just gave him the nod, just like, yeah, I'm still alive. I haven't succumbed yet.
Yeah, right. I've experienced that with coworkers at corporate offices, where you'd walk down the hallway to go to the bathroom, and they get out of the door, and then they see you coming, so they go the opposite way.
Yeah, it's just I'm too
bunch
real.
Of assholes.
I'm too real for these people. You know what I'm saying? I got myself a reputation because I'm not afraid to like call motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
Like
That's
sometimes to my detriment. Sometimes to like anyway.
How long did you do comedy after? Because I left the scene around 2014. Did you keep going for a few more years or?
So I stopped in 2019.
Oh, okay. So you went like a lot longer than me.
Yeah, and it was the reason I stopped. One of it was that I had started seeing. I got the job, my current job. Right. That was one of the reasons I stopped.
Yeah.
Two, I had started seeing my then girlfriend, now wife. And when you meet the right lady and you can feel your life is just, I'm anamorphing into a domestic kind of person, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going from like the comedy party dude to, like, all right, ice cream and Netflix. Here we go, the new episode of Rooster's up, quick, come here, So and then also coincidentally around that time, I finally got medicated for my mental illness. And could you believe it? Once the infinite storm inside me started to be quelled, I didn't need the external validation of a stand-up comedy audience anymore.
Oh, interesting.
It was quite where it was just like, I used to crave this, but I don't know. Now I would rather just be home.
If you don't mind me asking,
sounds nice.
If you don't mind me asking a personal question, were you diagnosed with a sense of humor?
Nobody would ever say that. no doctor would ever go out on that limb. I promise you.
That's amazing. Well, no, but the good thing is though, like your writing kept going, like, and so how did you pivot to like doing your book? Like, were you always wanted to do something like that, or?
So in the back half of 2019 / early 2020, I did write a novel that I never published.
Oh, okay.
And then the pandemic happened, and I will be honest, the pandemic really like. Can I swear here? Can we
yeah.
Pandemic.
Okay.
Sure.
It mind fucked me. I gained a lot of weight. I'm still crawling back from that. I'm still crawling. Like, I think like, there's this theory I've been working on that, every single person that you talk to, every single person that you interact with, we all have PTSD. We're just an entire society of people with PTSD. You can't live through 2 Trump elections and all of COVID and not like come out of that with we're all rattled up in the brain,
Yeah, the world's crazy right now.
So I didn't do anything for a long time, but I think that Trump winning back in November of 2024, right? I think it I needed some sort of creative outlet again. I needed somewhere where I could just be weird and creative again. But I mean, honest to God, like if it's between like starting stand up from the bottom again or like eating a chainsaw, it's chainsaw every time. I don't want to start from the bottom and stand up. I would rather like and there's a dude actually who's a really nice guy who's like attempting, like he started a new Instagram profile and started adding a bunch of people, and like I hadn't thought about this guy for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And I was watching this dude, he's like already like he's like, like trying to jumpstart his comedy career, and it's just like, oof, good luck, buddy. Hey, braver than me. Like, here's the thing: if like the book stuff ever took off, right, to the level where, I could fill a decent sized room, right?
Yeah.
Like I could dig back into my stand-up comedy pockets, and and that mixed with like reading a couple of the books out loud, right? Like I could put together like a show, right?
Yeah.
And I would absolutely
actually
do
that would be cool. Like if you built the audience again that way, and then I'm doing an event. I need to get it hammered down in like the details of it, but it's going to be in June. I'm working with a local bookstore where I live now, and we're going to be putting together. It's going to be like a coloring thing for kids. So there's going to be kids who are going to get their hands on the coloring book. Which I should probably plug, right? I should probably plug. Yeah, I get it up on the screen here too.
Yeah, Rejected Superheroes.
Yeah, that's the new one.
I love it.
This is
That's the new one. Yes, Rejected Superheroes. So it is a coloring book, and so I wrote. So when I started writing again, back in like late 2024,
so
early
you wrote
2025,
the novel.
I wrote another novel.
Okay.
Called Silly Suicides that again haven't released, which I'm very proud of. It's just when it comes to like the picture book shit, I can get like what's in my head onto a book a lot cleaner, right? Yeah. Versus the novel, it's like I know that I'm not 100% there as like a novelist yet, right? And I'd rather wait until I can actually have like a professional editor look at my stuff, and I don't want to like buy one on Fiverr, like I don't want to pay for that. I'd rather like just kind of keep making like the weird kids books, and then then if there's like some future world where somebody likes me, they're like, hey, what do you got? I'm like, well, I got 2 unpublished novels on top of a lot of things, right? But so on top of the novel, I wrote a book called Microplastics Are Your Friends, which is a satirical kids book about basically I had kind of imagined like, well, what if RFK Jr., what if his team authorized a kids book trying to like the government realized like we cannot stop microplastics, so we might as well just sell them as a positive. And so It's like propaganda. It's like me making propaganda promoting microplastics, right? And that's kind of the premise. The actual book, there's an insane twist kind of halfway through. And I'm going to spoil it here. So if you want to it's free on Amazon KDP. You can read it on. Oh, hey, thanks, Shae. Can't wait to meet you later. So is halfway through, the narrator of the book is stalking character actor Tony Shalhoub. So that is the twist of the book. It's a kid's book.
Sold.
It's just it goes and it goes just the back half of the book just goes nuts when you realize that the guy who is telling you this story is just a madman and is just legitimately like dogging this very popular, and why Tony Shalhoub? I don't know, man. It's just a fun name to say. It's really exactly. It doesn't go deeper than that. It's just Shalhoub. That's just fun.
It's great.
I can't wait for Tony Shalhoub to finally get his hands on that someday.
I hope he sues me. God, like, please, give me,
think about the PR. Like, let him sue you. The money you would get from the sale of the book would pay his bill.
Controversy friggin' sells, and but so I made that book. I'm proud of that book. It's not the
I will
not the
say
best
it's
thing in the
real.
world.
It's funny. Besides that, because I read it. I love the twist, but it is funny all the way through, which is great.
Yeah, because because it's still like telling kids. Because I did look up real facts about microplastics, and then had to like think,
Scary.
okay, how do I turn causing dementia into a positive for a kid? And
Right,
so
right.
that was just a fun writing exercise, right? But I had my first Comic-Con. I did Wicked Con back in October in downtown
yeah.
Boston, and there was a lot of kids, and I realized that like that book really isn't like it's aimed at kids, but it's not really for kids. It's kind of for nobody. It's kind of for just me. I feel like it's
No,
just,
well, I feel like it exists for the audience that like what's that one, Go the Fuck to Sleep or whatever. Like
yeah, which
yeah,
is
like
Yeah, right.
right.
yeah.
And
Sam
so-
Mandarino's buy a bunny a beer or whatever, right? Same kind of
Yeah.
idea.
Well, but also I think because the title is so funny, like
Yeah.
like we've talked about it on the show before, and these guys laughed when I just told them the title. Like I feel like if you can get somebody to look at the title at a show, you're already halfway there. If you make them laugh, they might,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, so I just realized that like a lot of like the young kids that were coming by my table, right, wasn't really grabbing them. Well, I didn't really have a ton for them. So it was an idea that I'd been kicking around in my head, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just I want to do because I already had because I'm doing Western Mascon at the end of the month. Are any of you guys gonna be there? Western
No,
Mascon?
I didn't even find
I
out
didn't
about
even-
that one
yeah,
until
wasn't
way
aware of
too
it.
late.
Yeah, apparently it's the first one ever, right? It's the first time it's
Okay,
ever
that could go either way, but hopefully it's good.
There's a lot of
I mean,
first time
hey,
shows
you know?
popping up again. It's like
I might die.
2008 all over again.
I might be dead at the end of that weekend then. But so I knew I had, Western Mascon was like already like, okay, that's going to be the next big thing, and I want something to offer kids, right? And so I had the idea for Rejected Superheroes, where it's like, okay, and this one very similarly, there is like some of that microplastic-esque humor, like the last 5 heroes in the book do like kind of escalate in absurdity, and 4 of them are just one joke that I just keep hammering home, right? And like just little variations. So I'm like the same image, that it's just a little different.
Yeah.
And there's like a joke that accompanies that I won't spoil. They'll have to buy the coloring book to get it.
Could you give us like 1 or 2 of the Rejected Superheroes?
Okay, yeah, let's do this. So we got
just to give us a little
This is
tease.
exclusive.
I need
and big shout out to
I need
HH
to know-
Tremaine watching right now.
what?
I need to know what
I was just saying
Absolute
big shout
Deborah
out to,
does.
Sigma
What her
Comics.
powers are.
Yeah, Sigma Comics is watching. I love
Yeah,
it.
thanks for watching, man.
I'm overstimulated. I'm very
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
Yes.
It's like a car crash. Okay. So this is Stankfist. Okay. Oop, can we see that? All right. So this is Stankfist,
Oh,
who
okay.
his punches are not very strong, but where he punches you will smell forever.
He looks like Frank Gorshin's Riddler.
Yeah, kind of actually.
I like
I do like that detail there. So this is Swagonia, who actually a couple of his characters. So the novel that I wrote in 2020, it was called Chicken Banger. And it
Okay.
was actually a superhero story. Bubblegum Guy, who is the hero on the cover, he is the clinically depressed superhero. He like shoots bubblegum and stuff, but he's just too depressed to do anything. He just stays at home and just feels bad about it. But he is the star of the book. But Swagonia is actually his love interest in the book that may never get published and you may never read. But so she has the power. She can lift wood panel station wagon doors, not the whole car, just the doors. Okay. All right. Let me see.
It's great. So
and
funny.
then-
I like Phil Zone. Phil Zone.
Oh yeah, Phil
Phil
Zone
Zone?
is good. Phil Zone is actually a shout out to my dad who
Johnny-
hates me. But
Johnny would like him.
yeah, Phil Zone. He's like a guy. He has like the power to just like make and conjure calzones. He can just create like a piping hot calzone at will and fight with them. Let me see. We got
Like- If you were born in a different era at a different time, you'd be writing for Mad Magazine or crap.
That would be like my dream.
Or
Like,
National Lampoons. It's like we were born. You were born in the wrong generation at the wrong time.
I should be in like the 80s working.
You really should.
Dude,
yeah. Or like early SNL, you know? But so this is Doug Man, where Doug Man got bit by a radioactive guy named Doug, and he got all of Doug's powers, which is collecting stamps, knowing football trivia, working out his upper arms only, and not paying child support. Doug Man's powers. Okay.
That aligns. That's accurate.
I need to know boxes. I need to know.
That's classic Doug Man.
I need
yeah.
to know what Absolute Deborah does.
Absolute Deborah. So Absolute Deborah.
What is her powers?
So she is the ultimate basic white girl. So she has, you'll see that we've got on here, we got like a Yankee Candle. We got just an iPhone that's open to Instagram. We got a Starbucks latte. Yeah. We got an iPad. And we got a Taylor Swift album. I believe it's 1989. I believe. Yeah. So basically she is the purest form of Deborah. She is the most concentrated Deborah imaginable.
Did you come up with her before or after the Absolute Batman boom?
So actually, no. That was very much a joke about it's I've not read any of the Absolute Batman books, but a good friend of mine, his name is Dan Harold. Shout out to 4K Messiah on Instagram, and then this is I'm actually going to shout out. So it's still going on. So there is a post that 4K Messiah, so it's 4K like Blu-rays, right? Messiah, like as in God, right? 4K Messiah on Instagram. Follow that dude, good friend of mine. We're doing a giveaway. So basically what we're doing is we're giving away a copy of Mystery Men on Blu-ray.
Oh, nice.
The winner, the winner gets Mystery Men on Blu-ray. Everybody else gets a free copy of my coloring book mailed to their house. But all you have to do is go to 4K Messiah's Instagram page, follow him, follow me, Mister Shushy, on Instagram, please. And then you have to just create a superhero. Create a superhero, put it in the comments. It can be something that you already had. Some people put some stuff that they've already created. Some people just created stuff off the dome. There's some really creative, fun ones. But just pitch us a superhero, and more likely than not, I'm gonna pick your comment and then reach out in a couple days to get your address so I can mail you. Because I'd rather more people just have their hands on the book than not.
Yeah, that sounds
love awesome. That.
That's cool. Yeah.
This thing's hilarious.
That's very good.
Well, I remember I was talking about Dan Harold for some other reason, but then I got completely sidetracked.
I gave him a follow. He looks like he's putting out some pretty good content. Like,
oh yeah, he's way more popular on Instagram than I am.
That's awesome. So now, did you?
Where does
Oh, go ahead, Harry.
Go on, Harry.
Okay. I was going to ask where your name comes from. You're Mister Shushy. Is that like your stage name from your comedy days, or what is it?
So my stage name was just my real name, Justin P. Drew.
Okay.
So So Shushy comes from. So I was called Shushy so I'm the oldest of 7 kids, and and so I was kind of early teens when kind of the youngest rung of my siblings started being born, right? And so they couldn't pronounce the name Justin for a while, so they all kind of just called me Shushy. It was just the way that it kind of so that became kind of a nickname for me, just Shushy. And then when I was thinking about doing this, because I do have the corporate job, I do have the nonprofit, I do use my name in at my nonprofit that I work at, and so I didn't want to, especially if this shit is going to get real weird. I mean, we did the coloring book, that's for kids. Yeah. Next one is going to be straight up for me, I promise you. We're gonna go nuts with it, I think, and so I wanted to kind of create a pseudonym you know. And so I was thinking of Dr. Seuss because I knew I was going to be kind of focused at kids, like twisted kids books, right? And so I was like, okay, Dr. Seuss, I need something Shushy, and then it was okay, Mister Shushy, and then I had the idea to spell out Mister, and I'm pretty happy with that. And then everything that lists me, it's Shushy, comma Mister, which I think is funny. That's my author name.
I like it though. It gives you this vibe, that you're being suppressed
librarian,
as an author or something, you know, like it's like because it's like
I want to be like Bizarro Dr. Seuss. I want to be like Nightmare Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Greg Holcomb
like
in the chat, you know.
It's almost like you need like a costume to go with that to help like reinforce the persona, like oversized bow tie or something.
Should I like that dude with like the suit with all the dollar signs on it from like those late night commercials?
With
the umbrella,
David S. Pumpkins.
Yeah, David S. Pumpkins, like something like that. I should like wear like crazy, or kind of like how Afro Man. If anybody follow all the Afro Man stuff that happened a little while back, you know, like his American flag suit. You know, I need to have like a Mister Shushy. Like I need to be like
a look.
You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like I need to be just a walking eyesore, even more so than I am already.
You know,
that would be great.
I could see you permeating like different crowds too. It doesn't have to be just like the comedy circles or the comic circles. Like you could infiltrate the juggalos. You could infiltrate. You know what I mean? You could go everywhere.
Like Dr. Manhattan. Like I can walk anywhere I want on this planet.
Yeah, hell yeah. We'll walk on Mars if you want to. It don't matter.
There's got to be a store that sells feety pajamas for adults. You know.
Yeah.
You got some stickers too.
So for the con, I'm also going to be selling colorable stickers.
Awesome.
Neat.
Colorable stickers. So,
that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now, do you have an idea? Like, you have another children's book that you have an idea for? Is that something that you can tease, I guess, for us? Or
I have a couple in the works. Nothing that I would So at one point, actually, before the coloring book even was started on, I had one that I literally had completely. I wrote and storyboarded.
Okay.
And then I found this illustrator. I found her through like this Facebook group for illustrators, and I loved her style. And then I found her on Fiverr.
Okay.
And so I messaged her because I didn't want to do anything not through Fiverr. You know, I think that Fiverr, I don't know if you guys use Fiverr. Shout out Fiverr. I mean, they've been an amazing platform for me. Like I had somebody who gave me back a bunch of work and it was clearly AI. And they tried to like fight me on it. And they tried to like, you know, and Fiverr had my back. They gave me a full refund. Right. You know, but
that's cool. I never thought to do that. Cause like,
you know, it's just you know, I want to be protected. You know, I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to send somebody, you know, hundreds of dollars,
right,
and then not have anything to show for it, right? And
of course.
So anyway, found her on Fiverr, messaged her, got her to do it for. I think she just never took the. I think she just never took it seriously. But the name of the book was Lily Loves Her Tapeworm, and it's a romantic comedy of a girl who gets a tapeworm and then falls in love, and it's like their love story. The tapeworm's like a sentient thing. But I don't think this is. She agreed to it at first, but then she like took months and months. She would do no work, and then she would give me work, but it was like really shoddy. It was clear that she only like made like a handful of images, and then was trying to like copy and paste certain images into other ones. It was a nightmare. And then eventually, I was just like, I don't think you're really, you know, I don't think you're really into this, and you know, and then at that time I was trying to finish the coloring book. I already had like the first half of the coloring book done, and I was like, so I got like a full refund for that, and then I just used, you know, some of that money towards the back half of the coloring book to finish it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have anything in the works right now. Yeah. I need to actually sell some, you know.
Yeah, right.
We need to actually move some stuff before we're dropping another like 800 to 1,000 on a kid's book.
Yeah. No, that's
like with the economy and, you know, just kind of the way things are trending.
The tapeworm thing is a great idea.
I mean,
I love it.
Dude, I will send you. I will send you the like I said, I have it like done. Like I had a whole packet I sent to her.
Yeah.
Right. And I actually, the dude who did the coloring book, after I finished the coloring book, I did ask him. I was like, hey, just for shits and giggles, can I send you this, this idea I have? Like, I have it finished. I had to cancel it. And because I do love the artwork that this guy did. His name is Kushal. It's kush.draws on Instagram. He's fantastic. He's amazing. If any of you guys, and he's really, no AI, like literally all of his, one of the reasons I used him is like it's just, you go through Fiverr and it is disgusting how much AI, like, how much, AI based shit, and he advertises no AI. He hand draws everything. Like I get, he sends me all the, all the stuff, the proof and stuff, and all of the rough sketches were all just like hand drawn. Like it was just him taking pictures of pages he had drawn and stuff, which was so super cool to see that as part of the process.
That is cool.
And so I got him to price out to doing the doing Lily Loves Her Tapeworm, and he did like a couple images, and I think it would look pretty good if we collaborated on it, but it's just I just don't have the money,
time and money. That's comic book making, that's all that banes every creator's existence.
But that poses such a beautiful question, because if you think about it, right, it's like I'm the same way as you, Mister Shushy. I like to make something for me, and if other people like it, cool, right? And then I know I'm amongst people who share my sense of humor and dig my shit, right?
Absolutely.
But a project is not cheap, right?
Yeah.
It's very
if you want it done right, at least
exactly.
I could go on to Chat GPT and I could have that book in a week, right? Like, know what I'm saying? But it would look like shit. It would be shit. It would be ugly, and then it would be, and how many small towns are are eventually going to be in drought because I had to release a kid's book, right? Like it's just so yeah, it's not not worth it, and
you need the human element too. You need that's like important to have that human element.
And I do believe, honestly, like, I think a lot of people are kind of being kind of doomer about AI, right? Because AI is just kind of everywhere, especially like in the self-published author space. It is disgusting, right? Like I'm in a bunch of I'm in a bunch of author groups, and I'm like every day I just block like 5 or 6 people. Just if I see an AI cover, just block. I don't want to risk seeing your dog shit. But I do think that one kind of benefit of AI being so like everywhere, right? So permeating, is that even if your shit is just okay, like it's gonna look great because there's just so much AI slop about, right?
Yeah,
where like I see somebody misspell something and I'm like, oh my God, they didn't use AI in that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
like, they don't know how to spell fascist. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's almost like it's like confirmation of the human element.
Exactly, so I think like it's never been a better time to make mediocre art, and that's why I'm getting in.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
It's gold
That's
rush.
a great way of justifying it too. Like,
I mean,
Very
AI can make mistakes too. I mean, AI makes
absolutely.
mistakes too. They're not always. It's not always right. But anyway, I was going to ask you. So your comedy didn't really die in 2019. It just like manifested in different ways. Your books and other things, other projects. And
it's like in a horror movie, like how like Freddy Krueger died, and now he's haunting dreams. That's kind of my stand-up career died, and it was like a it was like a escaped convict who died, and then Mister Shushy is just his demon ghost, terrorizing the teenagers of various neighborhoods.
I think he's making a new movie too.
Oh, I don't know.
Robert Englund's making a new Freddy Krueger movie, I think.
My buddy Dan, 4K Messiah, he made me watch the first I had never seen Nightmare on Elm Street, and he made me and it was cool. But it was it's one of those things where like you know, like kind of like they call it the Seinfeld effect. You know, like if you didn't watch Seinfeld back when Seinfeld was big, you know, you've probably seen so many shows that were like very much inspired by it.
Yes,
that like the original thing just kind of doesn't hit the same anymore. You kind of had to be there for it, right? You know, and that's kind of how I felt. Like, because he also showed me like the Smile movies and like Smile 2. I was like, that movie was amazing. Like Smile 2 is a masterpiece.
I did like Smile 2. I thought Smile 2 was great.
Ruled, dude. That was that was
great.
Probably that was one of my favorite horror movies the last few years for sure.
It's funny because like it's all subjective in that regard anyway. Like if you watch a movie at a certain time, it hits differently. You know, like when like Malignant, when that came out, I was completely indifferent to it, didn't bother seeing it. Then like, you know, listened to a lot of bad reviews, saw it for myself. I was like, hey, this movie's fucking fun. It's like a fun ass horror movie. You know what I mean?
Malignant was because I was doing like during the pandemic, I briefly had like a podcast where we would review movies. We called it Film Simps. And that was one of the movies. And that I didn't really get it at the time. But the years since, I've come to have a greater appreciation for it. I do think Malignant I think it's all about that last act. I think that last act just goes, kind of goes ape shit. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. What was I going to say to you? Do you guys have any other questions? I had something on the tip of my tongue, but.
Harry?
Well, I was going to say that your comedy, were you destined to be a comedian because you were born on April 1st?
I was born on April 1st. That is correct.
Oh, wow.
That is true. That is legitimately true. I was born on April 1st. At least, unless my parents lied to me, and then it's going to be like, you know, later on in life, it's like, actually, you were born April 2nd. April Fools.
Yeah, right.
Right. Oh, you know, I remember what I was going to say. Like when you were talking about AI, one thing that I like, because I've read some of your newsletters and stuff, and
nice. I
followed on some of your Facebooks and stuff like that. I do love the fact that you mess around with the AIs, like when they.
Oh yeah, actually, can you pull that up? If I send you,
send me something.
So I did this. So one thing, anybody who is an aspiring self-published author will know this, that you are just very often the target of scams. There's just scammer AI bots will just message you, and they'll just get in your friggin' DMs, and they will tell you, okay, so I'm going to send this.
Yeah, if you follow like some random like graphic artist, all of a sudden you get that message.
So if you scroll down, so it's kind of, but yeah. So I sent it to the private chat.
All right, hang on. Let me open it up and then
let's take a look here.
And so this person replied to a story I had posted through my Facebook fan page, Mister Shushy. Follow, please, if you are, you know,
make sure
somebody
you guys
on
follow.
Facebook. If you're on the Facebook, please follow Mister Shushy.
I'll send the link. I think I have it here. Hang on.
But yeah, in one of my newsletters, though, I did put down an entire conversation that I had where the AI bot wanted to, you know, sell me on their book promotion scam.
Is this the one right here? This one?
Yeah. And so I literally just forced it to write me a series of sonnets. I literally and the sonnets became like more and more unhinged as it just. I was like, okay, now I'm not Mister Shushy anymore. I'm Mr. Smungle, and I sell premium salted meats. I need another sonnet about how much you love my salted meats. And then and it does it. It does it, bro. It does.
I like the one when you made the scam bot like talk like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, I think that. Oh wait, that was a different one, but yeah, that was also pretty fun. Yeah, I had another one. Yeah, I do love because because it's just evil. We're you know.
Yeah, no one should have this much power.
Yeah, I know. It's just, but it is so funny that these robots. I mean, I really do, because you see the AI bot here at the end of this. Spoiler alert! It blocked me. I got the AI bot to fucking block me, and I literally was like, "Man, if Skynet attacks tomorrow, it is my fault."
They're out to get, like, we need to get this motherfucker first. He fucked with us the most. You're like the prison guard that was the shittiest to the inmates. That the one like on that day of breakout, they come for you first.
Oh, absolutely, 100%, 100%. You know, yeah. But
This is
like,
great,
it goes
man.
on way too long. It was just, it was like an entire lunch break. I was like, what am I gonna do on this lunch break? It was like, well, I could play Slay the Spire too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just harass an AI.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
this is great.
So good.
Yeah, and I tried, dude. I tried to get another round of it, but it was on to me, dude. It was on to me. It learned. You know, it truly is machine learning.
I love that it blocked you. That's amazing.
I was just.
I think my favorite thing that I've seen that you post on Facebook is did you purchase a William Hung cameo or something? What was that video?
I purchased a William Hung cameo for I've been doing TikToks. I haven't done one in a while just because I've just been, I don't know, depressed. I moved honestly, like I had me and my wife, we moved.
Didn't you have a bunch of shit happen? Like you were actually going to be on the show like a month
back
or two
in
ago.
January, in January or something. But I literally I lived in this place for like a decade, and then I don't want to say much. I ended up kind of at war with the landlord a bit, and so I listen. I skated out of it. Not I didn't get my security deposit back, and that'll never come back to me. That's gone forever. But I did escape that situation without being like sued or anything. So okay. I don't want to say anything to jinx it. I don't want to exactly. Sometimes not getting sued is the win, right? But it was just kind of extracting 10 years of your life from a place that you had been living and got very comfortable in. And kind of moving to a new place, it nearly fucking killed me. Like it legitimately nearly fucking killed me. And
William Hung saved your life? Or?
Oh well, yeah. So anyway, so I was doing these videos before then. I was doing videos pretty regularly, but I paid for a cameo of William Hung to do a video with me, and he did. He was really nice about it. But yeah. But and then the video bombed. The video bombed. But I did
What did you guys do in the video? I didn't see that.
God, what was that one? I think it was like holiday deals. It was like something like that. It was like funny holiday deals. I will tell you the video that I had a video legitimately go viral on Instagram. And where I break down the Zootopia abortion comic. Have you guys ever seen this?
No, I've never heard of this.
I saw that.
Can we play the video? If I pull it up for you? Let me
yeah, sure. So this was a real comic? It was a real comic?
So somebody who's like a professional grade, they are clearly a professional grade artist. I mean, like, you look at the art, like the art's amazing, right? So what I did is, because I do these funny videos, right, where I do these lists to kind of spoof like those really hacky lists that like 5 actors you didn't know were gay or stuff like that, right? So I started doing my own, and I want to do more of them. I do. But so one of it was my favorite 12 moments in Zootopia 2, but they're all just literally, it's very clearly me just going through plot point by plot point, the viral Zootopia abortion comic. And so yeah, if you want to play that, I am proud of that. But
let me cue it up. And then
it went legitimately viral on Instagram. Every day of my life ever since I dropped that, I have gotten like at least like 50, not 50, but like 30 likes on it, and still getting comments on it to this day. And people have I've gotten insane people who tell me that I'm gonna go to hell and I should burn. You're disgusting, you're depraved. It's just listen, bro, your algorithm thought you would like the Zootopia abortion comic, man. I'm sorry. If you're here, it's because you have looked at enough shit that the algorithm's like, this guy really wants to see Zootopia characters having abortions, man. Yeah. Don't blame me for your algorithm.
I just noticed your Bernie shirt. I like that. I just found out that he's Larry. What's his name? Is his cousin?
So it's Bernie doing the Run the Jewels hand.
Larry David. Larry David is his cousin. Who knew, right?
Larry David is who's
Oh,
cousin?
really? That's wild.
No, I think
Bernie's
they're like
cousin.
distant relatives. They're like distant relatives. Like they did find out,
They're not cousins,
which is
I thought
funny. I mean, I think like they're distant cousins. I don't think they're like first cousins. I think like it was a thing where I think Larry David, he went on one of those shows, right? One of those DNA shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. He played Bernie Sanders on SNL before he found out he was related to Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow, how weird is that?
If I'm not
I say so. If you guys want, we can watch the video and then we'll bring in Shae right after that.
Oh yeah. What a better way. Shae is gonna ride in on the Zootopia abortion high.
Okay.
Nice. Buckle up, Shae.
Buckle up, Shae. Get ready. You got to follow this.
Let me bring it up here. Let me make sure I have. Share audio. Okay. There we go. And then I'll bring up. Let me see.
Oh, I can't hear it. It's not. Can anybody hear sound? No. Right?
Yeah, we don't have audio, Keith.
Oh, no audio. All right, hang on.
Let's take it back to the top.
Yeah.
Back to the
It looks
shack,
funny.
baby. Yeah.
It's like weighted suspense.
I know.
Yep.
Like
All
it's
right.
really okay.
Here we go.
Nope,
No.
Still no sound. Still no sound.
Zootopia 2.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Judy tells Nick that she is pregnant and he is elated. Number 2, the moment where Judy immediately after tells Nick that she wants an abortion. Yeah, we're doing this. 3, a very upset Nick demands to know why. 4, Judy explains that she's worried their half bunny, half fox baby might be born a freak of nature, and she's also worried that the size of the baby itself may rip Judy in half during childbirth. 5, Judy also points out that her becoming pregnant may compromise a potential promotion at work. 6, Nick is very upset and implies that Judy is just unaliving their baby to further her career. 7, in a moment of anger, Judy slaps Nick. 8, Judy immediately realizes the harm she's just done and begs for forgiveness. 9, Nick points out how much worse a place the world would be if Judy herself was never born and asks her to reconsider her decision. 10, Judy says that her mind is made up and she is going through with the abortion. 11, Nick leaves Judy. And finally, 12, the post-credit scene where Judy announces her candidacy for office, setting up Zootopia 3, where she is the president of Zootopia and gets JFK'd.
Which is an actual sequel, which I didn't until I had the idea for the video, right? I was like, okay, I'm going to do a breakdown of my favorite scenes from Zootopia 2, and I'm going to just do, basically the plot of the abortion comic, right? And then when I was researching it, that's when I found out that this guy did 2 additional comics, and one of them, Judy Hopps, is the president of Zootopia and gets assassinated just like JFK. And then he tried to poorly retcon it after people freaked out.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness! So this is like somebody produced the comic independently out there, like a bootleg comic.
Yeah, those bootleg comics. There's a lot of those out there.
Just some psychopath.
They're popular, man. People love that.
Some beautiful, beautiful psychopath. Just one of those people, who just they don't overhope to make money from it. They are just putting that shit out there for the love of the fucking game, dude.
Yep.
Right on.
Exactly.
Right on, man.
They want people to talk about it,
basically. I wish I could be so bold. I desperately need people to buy this fucking coloring book, or I'll never financially recover from this.
you are so bold because you're putting out something that's in your voice that's for you, and if other people like it.
Exactly. And that's another thing, right? It's I know that I'm at a disadvantage, right? Because I'm going to these cons, right? Which I think, like Keith knows this, right? You're not selling them Batman shit. You know, you're not just drawing Batman in your style, which, hey, no shade to the people who do that. That's awesome. And like, you people are amazing and needed, right? But, you know, I did feel when I did my first con, right, that I was at an interesting disadvantage, because I need to, and actually I learned, like, literally, like, the day that I did Wicked Con, like, if I could hit like the fucking reset button on the day and relive that from square one, I immediately would have hit it, because I knew, like, by the end of the day, some of the ways that I was like kind of sales pitching myself, like, I had like worked out my sales pitch. You know what I'm saying? And I knew there were a couple like people that like maybe walked by that I could have converted. Like, if God put me back in that position, like, you know, because the first like 2 hours I was just terrified. I wasn't selling anything. I was like, oh my God, I've made a huge mistake. I've like spent so much money on this. I'm fucked. I'm screwed. And then I just was like, you know, like, slap yourself, like Judy slapped Nick and was just like, you know what?
Right.
Like, come on, bro. You got this. You got 10 years of hosting open mics, man. Like, you got, you know what I'm saying? And like, I was like, bro, I was tractor beaming. Like, if there was nobody naturally coming up to my table, I would like pick shit. Like, I would like, you know, if it was like a character, like an obscure character I knew, I'd be like, oh, hello, you know, Inosuke from Demon Slayer. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just shit, you know, or if it was like a very popular character, like, I would just yell, who are you supposed to be? Like, I would yell that at kids. Like, I yelled it at some kid dressed as Captain America, and he like was mortified, like, and seemed pissed that I didn't know who Captain fucking America was. And he just like gave me the stink eye and walked away.
I could watch literally a whole YouTube video of you doing that to like common character cosplay.
It's hit or miss.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Like Spider-Man walks like, oh, who are you supposed to be? You like to Spider-Man?
Yeah.
And just have to like watch this poor kid try to explain to this old fat dude, this fat middle-aged guy, like who fucking it's like
while you're wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
Well, I was actually wearing a Chainsaw Man shirt.
Oh God, that's funny.
Oh my God, you should film yourself doing that, man.
I mean,
speaking of that,
I get it. I'm cut from the same cloth, because whenever I see somebody dressed like Kylo Ren, I always call them Ben Solo and I say hi to your dad for me, and they fucking hate that.
Why would they hate that? That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
They're getting too into the part. They're supposed to hate their dad.
Yeah, right.
Also, I you know, because I did feel like, okay, the microplastics, it's really not for kids. And then I saw like a bunch of like literal like 7 and 8 year olds walking, and they had like done like a whole crew cosplay, and they were amazing digital circus characters. Okay. And I was like, these kids, like, I watched that on YouTube, and that show's amazing. It's a masterpiece, but also it's like, these kids are like 5, dude. Like, these kids, like, kids all watch. Like, that is legitimate psychological horror, you know? Yeah, right. Like, that does, and it gets fucked up. Like, like there's an episode where all the characters are all given guns, and they all have to kill each other with guns. Like, it is. Oh my God. It was just like, you know, and I was like, you know what? I could absolutely sell my book to a kid.
Yeah, right.
Well, that kind of reminds me of Dan Aykroyd's book. Oh no, he wasn't a book. An SNL skit where we had a bag of glass, broken glass for kids.
Oh yeah,
I forget what that skit was.
I never saw that.
I remember that.
Yeah, he was like a toy executive trying to like sell like dangerous shit to kids.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
A bag of broken glass.
And on that note, we should bring in our second guest tonight to join us in this conversation. Let's bring in a guy that we've never had on the show before, Mister Shae Martin. Shae, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. So you've been
backstage watching the show leading up to this point. Right. How do you feel about microplastics?
Well, apparently they're good for you, so I'm going to go ahead and go along with that opinion. It's in a book, so it must be true.
Right on. So Shae, tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you like, you've been creating comics? Like, give us a little background on yourself.
So this is actually my first comic that I've ever done.
Oh,
I've done a lot of like creative writing stuff, like nothing published ever. But like I started a lot of writing back in like middle school, doing a lot of like fantasy stuff, things like that. And then back in like 2012, 2013 is really when I started to get into like the superhero genre, and started making my own like superhero characters and things like that. Like I definitely wrote quite a bit of that there. Like one of my first ever characters was called the Prisoner, and he was like a falsely imprisoned man who, once he finally got out, sought out revenge. And I always kind of played around with that, played around with his backstory, and that's where actually a lot of the stuff kind of connects to this whole like saga of heroes, the Protector, all that kind of thing. One of the characters that that I had as like his supporting cast as his mentor whenever he was younger was this old like janitor who was like a war veteran. And while he was going on through, he would find like, his old like medals and things like that. And then after a while, I just kind of stopped writing. And then the pandemic happened. And then I started really kind of exploring those characters again and trying to figure out like how to write them again. So what I ended up doing is I started rewriting the the backstory for this character, the Prisoner. And what I did while I was writing is kind of accidentally did this. Instead of like finding all these war medals, he ended up finding a picture of this old janitor Charles with a bunch of superheroes and from back in the day. And
so
I kind of
I was gonna just cut you off there for a second. So this Prisoner character, is this something, one of the earliest characters you created, or was it like?
Yeah, this is like probably the first. That's like the first superhero character that I ever made.
Okay,
and
this
when
is
I
dating
went
back, like when you were in middle school, kind of thing.
well, more so when I was around like 17, 18. But whenever I was kind of going back though, and I kind of rewrote that, and then saw that picture with other superheroes, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much more story for me to tell. And then I tried to figure out like who these other characters were. And that's whenever I discovered the Protector, and being able to kind of like go back and into this world, and that's where like a lot of that kind of came from, is writing these modern day characters.
So do a lot of them have like start with the? So you got like the Prisoner, the Protector. Is it like it's like a style, or?
No, nothing like that really. It's one of those things where like we have other characters like one's called War Eagle, or one's is called the Green Beret, or Queen Aqua, that are some of our like early characters on in the series. And a lot of those really again kind of.
Do we have images? I'd love to see some of these characters.
Yeah, I'll pull up the Kickstarter.
Yeah, and I'll link it. Let me see if I can attach a file.
Big shout out to watching right now.
Yeah, we have Phil Russer in our chat tonight. What's up, Phil?
Hell yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, that's a Facebook comment. We got Facebook here?
Yeah, we're linked up
to
we're streaming to Facebook, X, and YouTube all at the same time.
X?
Look out.
And Kick.
Whoa, Kick?
We're just gonna figure out. Yeah, Kick as well.
The incel crowd. Nice.
Yeah, right.
Blue Skies and next. Look out.
Yeah.
Which one?
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Blue
man,
Sky,
are we on Shazam? Does Shazam have a streaming?
I wish. Somebody needs to resurrect MySpace. Somebody got to get Tom out of retirement.
That's a better time, dude.
Tom out of retirement. Here's the Kickstarter that Shae is producing, which he's already.
Look at that artwork's beautiful in that book there.
Yeah, that's sick, dude.
Oh yeah, that is Keith. I know you know Marcelo very well on this, and that is all him right there.
Yeah, so this is also the same artist I'm using for Kid Switch issue 2.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh cool.
Yeah, so Marcel's he's all over, man. He's like all over the place. It's great.
I swear, he's like one of the busiest people in indie comics right now.
Yeah, seriously. His covers are awesome. So, and I know you're friends with Nick, right? That was on our show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Me and Nick, Marcel, and a few other creators who have some stuff coming up. We all have this group chat that we're we're in, just trying to do cross promotion and just kind of help each other out. Hey, there's Nick in the chat right now there actually. So
that's awesome, dude. I am loving this artwork, bro.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, he's really good. Like I saw his stuff on Nick's book, and I was like, oh, I like this guy's work.
Yeah. You know, I've been going back and reading like they did like I think like 5 different Animorphs books as like graphic novels, and honest to God, like I thought like I think they're cool, but I thought the art style was a little But man, I kind of wish that the Animorphs like graphic novels were done in this style. Like they should have Marcelo pick them up from here on out.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
I wonder where the rights are for that. That's probably not out of the realm of reality. I mean, with the right backing and licensing.
Yeah, because like this all looks sick as hell.
Yeah, we do have a variant cover there, also by Pulp Americana, and kind of like an old Golden Age inspired. But this right here, this is like our main lineup for like our first, couple like story arcs that we've got. So this is what we call the Paragons of Peace. So from left to right, we have War Eagle. He is a human, but kind of getting a little bit of a spoiler territory, but essentially the Protector kind of kickstarts everything. The alien invasion from this race called the Carnithians happens, and essentially that again kickstarts everything. We have a whole bunch of like alien technology and futuristic stuff that is now on Earth, and these aliens, the Carnithians, they do this to pretty much everybody. So one of the planets they invaded had this alien artifact called the Ring of the War Eagle, and that's one of those things that they took and then it crash landed onto Earth, and he kind of stumbled upon that and was able to kind of get that armor and get those powers there. The one next to the Protector, that is we call Green Beret. So that's that original old janitor character from my original stories of the prisoner, like the modern day stuff, and essentially he is. Was kind of experimented on in the army through this thing called Project Patriot. So like super soldier kind of stuff, but it was made from the blood of the Protector that was kind of spilled during that invasion. Government kind of came in, swooped some of that stuff up, and then started experimenting with it. Of course, we have the Protector there. He is an alien from the planet Zeronia. What's kind of different with
Superman type character?
He is definitely very, very classic Golden Age kind of hero, but with a little bit of a twist there. So he is actually from like an alternate future in a way. So essentially, what my vision of it is, he is from our future. He is from another planet from the year 2095, and his planet is invaded by the Carnithians back in the 1930s. So he grew up in slavery. He was a slave growing up, but he always kind of lived on those stories of the gods and of hope and everything there. So again, kind of getting into a little bit of spoiler territory, but he starts like a rebellion, and then eventually he is offered by one of the gods to go back in time and stop the invasion before it can ever happen. By doing so, though, he sets the Carnithians on their next target, which is going to be Earth in 1941. So basically, if he never would have been back in time, we'd be talking right now and doing this podcast.
Right.
It never works. Going back in time to fix something never works.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Never works.
Yeah, and so that's definitely his deal. There is just trying to right the wrongs that he did by accident, but is trying to save his own people. The one on the far right there, that's Queen Aqua. She does have an actual name, but is too long to pronounce, so she just goes by Aqua. And she is the queen of an underwater race called the Tritorians over in like the Pacific Ocean there. And technically speaking, they would exist today, but obviously they don't because they're fictional. But essentially, what happens with her is the attack on Pearl Harbor. A lot of stuff right there kind of gets involved with her, which really kind of kickstarts their presence in the world.
That's cool.
I love you
and
going
together,
back to
all
like,
four of them are
big
called
historical stuff and like kind of doing it with superheroes. I think that's cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then
and
Harry,
together
what were you
they're all
saying?
called No, I was going to say that together the team is called the Paragons of Peace. That's what the
Paragons of Peace. Yeah.
group is called.
Love that.
Yep, it's pretty cool.
Not the actual Paragon, right? From
Yeah.
AEW. Oh, that's
And now
awesome. Though.
defunct
I like
Batman.
that. Like it, that you have like a fully realized like beginning of a superhero universe here, which is really very cool.
Yeah, like I got very, very heavy into writing over these, over like the COVID years and even these past couple years, and I just kind of didn't stop. Eventually, I had to tell myself to stop because I had like 100,000 words of outline for a story from the 1940s to the modern day, and I'm like, hey, I just need to stop and actually do something with this now. So
yeah. Well, you know what's funny? As bad as the pandemic was, I feel like it was like this moment where everybody could pause and like, because how many people have we had on the show, Johnny, that have started their comic in COVID times? You know,
This show started in COVID. We're like, I feel like we're relics from the before time.
Yeah, it's
you
really
know what I mean.
wild.
It's like there's the before and the after.
Yeah, there's like before COVID and after COVID. You know, like it's wild, but like a ton of people like finally had that time to make something. You know, it's kind of cool. You know,
and it's the funny thing too, because I think a lot of creators react in different ways. Like me, I took a great pause there. Like I begged for a time for the world to stop just so I can catch up. And when it finally did, I didn't know what to do with myself. Right? It was almost like I had like paralysis. Yeah, it is my fault. I had like paralysis where I couldn't quite figure out how to go forward when I had that time. You know what I mean? But then and other people, they just flourished. It's like they had the time to take the breath and they had the opportunity to kind of move forward and do something. And, you know, at that time, we were all riding stimulus money too. So people were doing unique, different creative things with that. Some people invested, some people took that money, made comics with it, made stories, made their own products. And, you know, I mean, look, this is the byproduct of that. You know, we're several years past COVID, and this is it. I mean, we're seeing people coming up with these universes and these unique characters and these things all in the light of this thing we all experienced, this collective trauma.
And then
this collective trauma the world experienced, this equalizer.
Hell yeah.
And well, I think that's a lot to do with your personalities too, like personalities and how you deal with things, you know, like some, like you said, Johnny, you were like, I don't know what to do with myself. And then other people are like, oh, I got this break. Now I can make something finally, you know, it's like weird, you know, it's interesting. Harry, what did you do? Did you do anything creative in COVID or what did you do?
I made fun of you guys. And there's
he watched us. He watched the show and helped us.
That's right. He was like the only guy commenting.
He was the only guy watching.
He was for a long time. He was the only guy watching us, which is so funny.
So this book takes place during World War II times. Is that right? And the Germans, the German Nazis involved.
Yeah, so the story starts in March 1941. So before we get into any of like the actual like our part in the war, there's Marcelo right there. But yeah, so it starts before we get into the war, and then we kind of lead into getting closer, like inching in, and then of course that like main turning point is now we have all these alien weapons and things like that. So what's that going to do to the war? Like what is that going to affect? What are the Nazis going to do with those weapons? And we don't really explore it too much in this first like story arc. Once we get into characters like War Eagle, it really goes heavy into this is what the Nazis are capable of whenever they have like alien technology and being able to do all of this stuff that from the 1940s we would never be able to imagine doing.
Yeah, I don't think we want the Nazis getting alien technology.
Yeah, right.
They do.
No, we
spoilers. They do.
I have a bad feeling about that. That doesn't sound like it's gonna be a good time.
Those always made the best stories back in like when you set something in like the 40s or something. Like the Nazis were all like Indiana Jones. There's a lot of comics
Red
too
Skull.
that used. Yeah, right. Red Skull.
Not even that, but like if you look at the aesthetic of villains that permeated through the late 70s, early 80s, they were all rollovers of things that were very much of the Nazis in World War II. Look at Megatron. He wears a bucket helmet, right? Look at Vader, same thing, that bucket helmet style. It was all very much like the Germans.
Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander. Yeah, right. Thank you.
There you go.
They were evil, but They were evil, but you got to respect the fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really got to respect the fit. They did. I don't think they would have like kind of endured as long as they have as villains if their outfits weren't so on point.
Yeah,
It's fair. It's fair.
It's great. But yeah, so Shae, how was your experience with Kickstarter since this is like your first comic? Like what
Well, I'm not gonna lie. When I launched it, I'm like, all right, it's time for this thing to go ahead and fail so I can do more work and then relaunch it again later on. I ended up hitting around like 80% in day one, and then hit the goal like right at that 50-hour mark. And like it's just been kind of steadily going up ever since. So I think that, you know, I kind of underestimated just like what I did beforehand, like on social media, with like Facebook and Instagram, and just kind of trying to get, you know, a follower base there. I think a lot of that really helped was just kind of being, you know, transparent on the process. Whenever I would get like a sketch or an ink page from Marcelo, it's just like, you know, hey, here's, you know, new update for it. Or one of my earliest like collaborators on some of the character art, Jeff Silva, he's another fantastic artist. Like anytime we get a new character, it's like, you know, right up there, and just trying to put out as much as that I could, just to kind of see what stuck, honestly. And I definitely did not really expect it to stick this much. I think we're at like 135% on the Kickstarter, which
Congrats,
again,
man, awesome.
Yeah,
like,
for first time,
like prep for your Kickstarter at all, or did you do anything like? How did you get the word out?
I mean, Facebook and Instagram, and just kind of saying like, hey, you know, we're going to be like I think I did launch the pre-launch page like pretty soon after I started getting a couple pages in from Marcelo, and then, you know, just like it's like a constant countdown. Like it was just like June of last year. It's like, hey, you know, Kickstarter's coming. You know, this first issue's coming, and then just like constant post after post. Not like, you know, excessive, but like just quite a bit of just
getting the word out.
Yeah, just doing what I can to let people know what's going on.
Yeah, everyone's excited, man. Got a bunch of fans in the chat checking out the stuff, man. That's great. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks like a really solid superhero book, I gotta say.
Yeah, like I said, Marcelo, he is. I couldn't do without him for sure. Like I said, he is probably the busiest man in the indie industry right now.
I think you're right,
and that's because his work is, you know, is on point. Like there is like not a bad thing that he does with it. And if like when I send him some stuff, like he'll even come through and be like, hey, you know what, this would be, you know, it's like such a good way to like enhance the page. Like one of the pages, and you can kind of see it on like on the covers and things like that too, is like you'd see like this pinkish, like purplish, like purple sky. And on one of the pages, he was like, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the way that the sky looks here. And then he just completely took it to another level, and it's just kind of become that signature for that Carnesian invasion, just to have that sky.
He definitely, like when with the Kid Switch book that he's doing for me, he's like inserted some Mighty Mascot stuff in there, which is kind of fun. Like there's a scene where they're testing the glove on an action figure, and he made one of the action figures like one of the Mighty Mascots characters. I was like, that's perfect. I love it. You know, so yeah, he's good with that kind of stuff. Like, which any great artist should be, to be honest with you, you know? So,
well, not only that, but also to be able to like kind of like see what the writer doesn't, right?
Yes,
so you want to write to the artist's eye, but you also want the artist to kind of fill in the gaps where you overlook or oversee, or may have never even thought to look at something that creatively. Because ideally, when we're working with story and character, visual aesthetic is sometimes takes the back seat. Right. There's many times where I've written something where unless it was important to the story, I never really like thought to conceptualize a character, just what their personality was like, or, you know, maybe specific details, but really visualizing a character as the artist, you know?
Yeah, 100%. So like, have you thought about, like what's next? Like, are you going to do more issues of the Protector, or are you going to do offshoots of some of these characters? Like, where does your superhero universe go from here?
It goes as far as I'm going to be able to do it. So the plan is I have it split up into what I call chapters, very like early MCU structure kind of stuff. So I have 7 chapters that are outlined. Our first chapter is going to be essentially the formation of the Paragons of Peace, and it's going to be based pretty much all throughout World War II. We're going to win 3 issues of the Protector, and then the goal is to do 3 of War Eagle, then Queen Aqua, then Green Beret, and then probably about 4 or 5 issues of Paragons of Peace, if I'm able to get that far. But then after that, we kind of travel through the decades, all the way up back to those original characters that I wrote back in like 2012, 2013. The end goal is to eventually get to the first characters that I ever wrote.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah, that sounds great, man.
Speaking of Marcelo, whose idea was it to? This just kind of got me in the feels a little bit. Whose idea was it to include your dad into the comic book?
So when it came to my dad there, that's just something I wanted to do. So he passed in 2013, like right around when I was starting to really kind of write a lot of this stuff, and that was just like one thing I really wanted to to do, was just kind of immortalize my dad and like put him into something. Like the book's dedicated to him. He cool. Definitely was the rock of me and my my older sisters and one of my younger sisters' lives, and I just wanted to do what I could to be able to truly like immortalize him within the within there. So it's just very, very happy to that he was able to just take some pictures of my dad and just throw him in there. So I made my dad the founder of Starlight City there. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really.
I love
cool.
that. I love your that Instagram page where you feature that your dad in the backdrop music or sound was the Superman, like Pa Kent talking to Clark. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
love that.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely my Pa Kent for sure.
Here's
cool.
Marcelo's Instagram that shows a lot of the Protector here.
Bro, yeah, I'm so glad I did this show, because now I know about this guy. Like, holy
right?
shit! Because I pledged to the Kickstarter for Kid Switch, and so and the stuff he's done there is like phenomenal. Like I did think the art was like so good there, but like what I'm saying, and like just seeing just seeing like this dude, like damn,
yeah, like how far his like ability goes. He's like all over the place, which is awesome.
Yeah, man. I'd like this guy to take a spin on the Zootopia abortion comic. I really like that. I want to see it in like that style, man. I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of range of that he has just as an artist is insane. He couldn't have asked for a better person to collaborate with on this.
Oh, you are so talented, dog. Oh, you got 3D shit too? Fuck.
Yeah, look at that.
Damn.
Yeah, you must be messing around with 3D modeling. Yeah,
hell,
really
dude.
cool.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
This Spider-Man or this Superman is awesome too. I love the way
I aspire to be able to afford you, dog.
Yeah, if you so click on that one with the like the tower down there.
Which one?
So that's like this is his process of like developing the tower from that Paragons of Peace there, and I gave him the crappiest little drawing of it, and he was able to turn it into something just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
I love the perspective of this scene too, like where everyone's looking up at the heroes, and it's really cool.
Yeah, so like this is what I kind of like envision as the like the culmination of that first chapter. So like this will essentially be like the end of this first little journey here.
The Green Beret guy actually looks like Jason Statham to me. Was that any kind of inspiration?
No, not at all. No, that was whenever I was getting the character artwork initially done by Jeff Silva. Like that was just kind of how he made him look a bit, and then how Marcelo adapted him. And I think he looks great. He looks like he could definitely kick a lot of people's asses, and that's kind of the goal.
Yeah. Well,
Jason Statham is just kind of like what I think we all just kind of visualize as a Green Beret, right? Like we think Green Beret, we close our eyes.
He's like the ultimate. He's like the modern day action star now. So it's like,
hey man, if this takes off, bro, you know, and like Hollywood comes a knocking, you know, like,
get the casting going.
You know, Statham, dude likes money. That's all I'm saying.
This is awesome. So Shae, anything else that you want to plug while you're here, like besides the Kickstarter? Or?
So not necessarily on my end, but I do want to go ahead and mention again, Nick with Peculiar. He's still taking some late pledges. I also want to shout out Joshua Wayne Hickman, who's another person that Marcelo is working with. He has his color version of his comic Lost Days that's going to be launching on May 1st, as well as my letterer Luis Gutierrez. He's got his second issue also done by Marcelo. Again, busiest guy in the industry right now, I swear. But he's got his second issue, Downgrades #2, that's going to be launching on Kickstarter on June 1st.
Awesome! Wow, a lot going on.
There's a lot going on out there.
So busy, man. This is great. Like I'm probably going to use him for the rest of Kid Switch too. It's only 4 issues total, but I'll probably take a break after he finishes #2 to maybe try to work on the next Mighty Mascots issue, and then maybe come back to Kid Switch after. But he's busy. That's crazy.
I feel like these are circles that are all also permeating through the collapse of other comic outlets and channels and circles, right? There's these other indie publishers and niches that have kind of collapsed, and now they've kind of, the Phoenix rose, so to speak, and now these other really stronger, more pointed, more collaborative, more reinforced comic groups are popping up. And Shae, it's so awesome to see that you guys are thriving in your community of comics. It's very easy to think that this is a small circle, and it is in some ways, but it's also a very big indie community.
Yeah. My thing is, I just want to drive success not only for myself, but just for like the other people who have supported me and and kind of helped out with things as well. So those other creators that we have, there's Joshua Wayne Hickman right there from Lost Days. He's in there good, but the way I look at it is there is no indie comic industry if we don't support each other.
Yeah, I mean that's always been the thing from day one, right?
Absolutely.
It's always, you never realize. Everyone always says that the comics community is very small, and word gets out about it. It's totally true. I see it all the time. There's like things that someone mentions, I'm like, how do they know about that? Like it's because it's so time, you know what I mean? Like it's just everyone talks, But yeah, no, Shae, thanks for coming on the show and sharing with us this project, man. You and Nick got some good stuff going on, and Josh sounds like he's got another cool project in the works, and I obviously know these guys know too that Marcelo is awesome. So 100%, we are one big family. Yeah, I love that. It's great. Got to support each other, right? Are you guys doing any shows at all, or are you guys going to be doing conventions?
Mainly just gonna be walking around. I'm from the St. Louis area, so they just recently started up a Comic-Con last year called Two Rivers Comic-Con. So I'm really just gonna be kind of going there, talking to other local creators, things like that, just to kind of get any.
Did you guys all hook up online? Is that how you found each other?
Yeah, so I found Marcelo on Online Narrative when I was looking for an artist, and then I started seeing his other work, and then just kind of reached out and started talking to them. So I think Joshua, he reached out about doing some cross promo on Lost Days whenever he did the black and white version. So I went ahead and did that. And then whenever I was looking for a letterer, Luis Gutierrez, who does Downgrades with Marcelo, was suggested to me by Marcelo there, so I reached out to him. And then with Nick, once I saw that his campaign was going, I reached out and was like, hey, if you ever need any kind of support or a shout out, anything like that, I'm down. And then we ended up creating this this group chat called Ink and Panel Collective. So we're just kind of along for the ride together.
Nice, good for you guys. That's great. I hope it grows into
Cool.
something like, where you guys can do conventions together, and, maybe do your own publishing company, all, helping each other.
We've talked about some fun stuff. I mean, as like with Nick with his multiversal stuff, like we've talked about, kind of teased and played with like, crossover potential and things like that, with some of our characters, just to kind of, again, just, kind of work together and, promote together there. So.
Yeah, awesome. Look at the homebrewed comics guys. Those guys have formed like their own kind of collective, which sounds very similar, where they all have their different comics, but they all kind of help each other under one banner. And it's cool to see stuff like that,
We should all be Wolverine. We can work independently, but if the new Avengers need us, or if the X-Men need us, or if X-Force need us,
you come back.
We come back. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a great way to
Hugh Jackman comes out of retirement, baby.
Yeah, right. And our movie variant is Hugh Jackman. So there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. All right, Shae. Well, thank you for joining us, man. Do you want to shout out any socials before we let you go?
Yeah, so I mean, I do have my my Facebook, which is just called The Saga of Heroes, and then my Instagram as well. See if I can throw some links up here real quick.
Yeah, throw them up in the chat, or I'll throw them in the main chat here.
And thank you for coming on the show and taking the time to share your project with us. And it was really awesome to hear how meaningful the characters you created are, specifically the ones that you created. The one you created in tribute for your dad, like that. That's awesome, man. Real cool that you did that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, and again, it was great being on here. Hopefully, I'm back on here again sometime here pretty soon.
You will be.
So.
Always,
we'll see to it.
Once you start doing another Kickstarter or start doing the second issue, definitely hit us up. We'd love to have you.
We'll see how things go with the rest of issue 1. But yeah, I'm not looking to take too long of a break after I'm done here. I just want to keep on going.
Keep that momentum going, man. You're overperforming right now. Just strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Congrats on getting funded like so quickly. Like there was one point in time where I was building a Kickstarter for the coloring book, and I was gonna aim like kind of low on because I already had it like mostly done, but that was before I decided to just cancel the tapeworm book I was working on and just use the rest of that money, right? But literally, like I had like future visions of just not getting funded and it being like an embarrassment. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use the money from the other book that I know I don't want to finish it with this lady, and I did not do it because I'm just terrified of not actually being able to get one funded. So congrats on you, man! Like 80%, like the first day. That is insane, man.
I really went in thinking, all right, well, this is it. We'll come back later stronger, but it turns out we were coming in stronger right from the beginning. So hopefully we keep that momentum up with the rest of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
All right, Shae. Well, thank you for joining us, and like I said, come back on the show down the road. Love to have you.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Well, have a great night, and good luck with the rest of the campaign.
Thanks.
All right,
have
man.
a good one.
We'll see ya. All right.
Yep.
Bye.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's awesome. I good for him, man. Like usually, like it doesn't happen like that. Johnny, your campaign did that, which was cool.
Yeah, like so.
Weren't you
surrounded by death?
Day?
It was. I think it was within 48 hours, if I remember correctly. And
yeah, okay.
Or no, it was within a day, I believe. I forget. But I also had Project We Love, which I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
So very
That's
like
huge.
stupidly and like I sounded like a dickhead because I went to like the comic chat of like a lot of like pretty premium tier people in indie comics. And I'm like, oh, I got Project We Love. What does that mean? And they're like, that's not casual. Like, you know what I mean? At that time specifically, it was not like handed out as frequently as it is now. So I'm like, what does this mean?
That's awesome though, to get that, that's really
but
cool.
To that point though, it's like when you have that momentum and when capitalize on that, don't let it get cold, strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, 100%. And Justin, I think you would do great on Kickstarter, but I would, if like If I was you, I would
the doubt.
I would keep the goal to like 500. I feel like you could hit that no problem, man.
Well, so I have started, and I haven't done it in a while. I need to get back into it, but I have been storyboarding a comic.
Oh, that's right. I meant to ask you about
Monster
that.
Gun. Yeah, Monster Gun, which is like kind of like an R-rated Pokemon parody.
Okay.
It's like the goal is very much like like kind of Pokemon meets South Park, basically.
Okay.
Right on.
And so like it's like it's like basically it's like Ash Ketchum is like a failed 40-year-old millennial, and trying to decides to actually try and go back. It's like, man, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a monster gunner, which is like this universe's version of like a Pokemon champion or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And tries to go back and do it, right? And so I think like once I have that, I wanted to try to get a couple issues of that, and I have like a whole master list of like all of the the gun monsters, as I call them, and like one of them like is like some of them are like one joke and some of them are like are gonna be actual characters. Like one of them is like Gay Leno, and it's gonna be a one panel monster and it's gonna be just like a little Jay Leno, but he's like, I have sex with men. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? And then one of them is gonna just be actual bullet, and then they're just gonna shoot out of the monster gun, and it's just gonna hit somebody in the head and kill them. It's like, go actual bullet, and just.
That's great.
So I was thinking like that struck me. It's like, okay, like because like it's gonna be a whole comic book, like so it's not gonna be these kids books, they're like what 20 to 30 pages for the most part, right? So like there's something that like with like my corporate nonprofit job, I can I mean not now because I'm pretty much tapped out after 2 books and a giant group and and just
recoup some of that money.
Yeah, we need to recoup. Like Western Mascot needs to go nice for me. It's gonna be honest.
Like I feel like your product kind of sells itself with the names and everything. Like it's just getting somebody over to the table and then taking a look. And once you get a few laughs out of people, I feel like you'd sell it free. Wouldn't you say, Johnny? Like half his battle is
that day,
kind of done. Like with the product itself, if it makes people laugh, like you're kind of there.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of.
We lost
100%. And the other thing too is that you have such a big audience on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah. You're weirdly delayed.
Yeah, you're like delayed a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, my system's running slow, so I think I was lagging a little bit. But I heard everything, and I was gonna say, I'm good now. Okay. I was gonna say, like you have the product done. It makes all of us laugh, and you have a strong following on a lot of your socials. So, and I've said this before in the past, you could be selling fucking dirt in bags. It doesn't matter if you have the social media presence, if you have the people following you. If you market things appropriately, you can sell anything. So, to that point, definitely
open to feedback on how I'm doing everything. I feel completely.
And you're not afraid to talk to people. Like that's all huge.
That's the big thing right there. Yeah, that's huge.
What I learned on the day, like I said, like the first couple hours, like I really didn't like it. It was like probably around like 2-ish, like somewhere between like 1 and 2-ish PM, whereas when I like started really locking in. And then after like 3 PM, like I think I did like most of my sales after 3 PM. Like I like just because I would get people in there and I would just, and I was very good about isolating something on like that I could engage them on, like on their level, right? Mm-hmm. Like if they were wearing a t-shirt, if they were dressed as a certain character, right? Like I would, use whatever knowledge that I have, try to get a couple jokes in. And then after like I've had them for a couple minutes, right? Now we kind of subtly shift to the sales pitch, and start talking about my shit and here's what I do. And I think, honestly, that like, I'm hoping, like, I think that like the coloring book is going to be, especially if anybody comes through with kids, right? Like, I think like, You know, like I feel like that's just that is I think, and I also think honestly, like I feel like the cover is just so much better. Like I like Microplastics, but I kind of want to redo the cover because I think this cover is
that cover's great.
No, it's a great cover. It pops.
Well, I think like
don't you also
mention? Oh, okay, go ahead, Harry. I'm sorry.
Don't you also design T-shirts too?
Yeah, I've done like other stuff just to like have stuff to sell. It's it's mainly the book that I'm selling. I have a few totes and stuff too that I'm going to be selling, but yeah, it's mainly the book. Like the book is going to be really what I'm pounding. I ordered like 100 copies. So
you got to start moving this.
Yeah, I gotta move. You gotta move it. You know. Or
one thing I was going to mention that the first couple of hours of any show you're at you're probably not going to do many sales. Like it's because people just like want to walk around and see what's there. And, so that'll happen again. Like, and that's just a normal. That's a normal.
That is normal. Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
All right. It's good to know.
There's been conventions I've been at, and like, sometimes I forget. Like, it's been like it's only 12, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where's everybody? And
but maybe if you dressed up as Bubblegum Man, you could probably lure people to your table.
I need to invest in. Awesome. I need to invest in Bubblegum Guy cosplay.
Like a cosplay that plays one.
I still think you should just stick with the Twisted Mister Rogers, and Mister Shushy is the Twisted Mister Rogers, and all these weird superhero characters are just your like fucking puppets.
I need to get a wacky suit. I really do need to get like a wacky fucking suit.
It's funny.
I have heart glasses. I have heart glasses. Like these glasses are like.
I saw that. It's very nice.
Yeah, those are cool. Whatever
they've kind of become my
together,
signature.
You got to
like,
keep those involved.
Like in the coloring book, let me pull up the page. So there's one guy. His name is where the fuck is he? So he is the deal breaker. He has the psychic power to find a coupon for any business he visits, netting a 5 to 15% discount on average, right? And so this is the deal breaker. But if you look in the back, is wearing a Mister Shushy shirt.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There we go.
I feel like if you get a look, I feel like all that stuff will help, man. Yeah. Would you say?
I mean, we're figuring it out. This is very much. I am. I've already made a couple hundred. When I take that con and then online sales and stuff. And I'm learning. I'm making mistakes. I'm very proud of my output, and I just think that my goal is every single thing be definitively better than the last one, and I think the coloring book is definitively better, and when I do another thing, the goal is I gotta beat the coloring book, and then I gotta beat that the next time out.
Well, and it's all a learning process too, Justin. Like I feel like even when I go to conventions now, sometimes I'll see someone set up and I'll go, ooh, I like that, like I hadn't seen that before. And I start to adopt like little things I see, and so it's like it's constant upgrade and learning, and
Are all you guys going to be at Plastic City this year?
Yeah, I won't be set up, but I'll be there, running it.
Yeah, you'll be running shit.
I'll be there.
Okay,
Johnny will be there
because you got my Venmo for that, right?
Yes. Yep. I'll send you an official. Hey, I got your payment once I actually process it. But you're in, definitely. And then Harry usually comes and visits, right? Harry's
I'll be there.
Yeah, so we'll all be there. Yeah, it'll be awesome,
One thing I wanted to shout out in terms of like booth aesthetic is look for Sunny Sponder on Instagram, or you just basically search Sunny Sponder on anywhere, even YouTube. That he specializes in exhibitor booth aesthetic, and he was behind me in New York, and that's where I adopted the lights. It's a SUNNY SPONDER, Sunny Sponder. Dude's awesome. He's great for
I'll have to look him up too.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
Sunny Sponder. And what is he?
I'm always looking at like ways to like kind of be more eye catching. Especially I'm going for all these. I'm getting all like the the cheapest tables. Like I'm not.
Sonny, that's his whole shtick is booth aesthetic and like being eye catching and symmetry and all that good stuff. Like his booths are amazing. Check him out online. He actually has courses on booth aesthetic. So
really,
yeah.
That's interesting.
That's cool. Yeah, I find like the less you have and the more pleasing it is eye wise, it helps.
Yes,
but if you have a
100%.
ton of stuff on your table, there's almost too much for people. Like they can't like.
My wife set up the table last time, and I don't think I could ever do a con without my wife, because she made my I can't imagine what my table would have looked like had she not been there. Like there's like one point she was like, she saw me setting up, she's like go get us some coffee.
Yeah.
just go get it'll be ready when you get back. Just go get us some fucking coffee.
That's awesome. So, guys, as we start to wrap up, Johnny, Harry, do you guys want to shout out anything for yourselves this week, or anything you got going on? Anything brewing?
No.
Harry's got nothing.
Nope, not this week.
Johnny, you got any convention? We got that one in, was it Burlington? Did you hear from that guy, Johnny?
I did, yeah. So I'm signed up for that show, and we're going to be there on the 25th of this month in Burlington, Massachusetts. Yeah. At the local library, which is, I believe, next Saturday, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yes, I think. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Yeah.
Next Saturday, right? Not this weekend. The following weekend, we'll be there together, set up, exhibiting at the show. This is a nice fill-in since Haverhill didn't do their show this year because of the library's getting renovated. So. Burlington's, stepped up, and it's really cool. I'm looking forward, and this is their first time doing the show, so it'll be really cool to see that how they do it, and then even just to promote from the show and kind of like get the word out even after the fact on our show.
I also sent that email, and I don't know, so I CC'd a bunch of people, so I don't know who followed up and who didn't, but I also sent it to Tanner Ogle and Ryan Santos, and I don't know if Ryan's in the chat. I don't know if
Ryan's in the chat, so he might be able to confirm.
Yeah, he might be able to confirm if he's going or not. But I sent it to a handful of people that we know, and they were out looking for extra people. And I was like, all right, let me think. So I sent it to everybody I thought of.
Right on.
That's in our circle and stuff.
And that very much curates the show.
Yeah, Ryan's going too.
Awesome, dude. That's great. Yes. We'll have to grab dinner after.
Yeah, that'd be great. So we'll be there on the 25th. That'll be cool. It might be like this Western Mass show for Justin. It's a first timer, so it could go either way. I'm hoping it'll go good though.
I'm optimistic.
I'm wondering,
you could get a big crowd.
It could go either way. What's an example that you have in your mind of like a time where like a first time con kind of like face planted, and what was bad about it?
So what happens usually with a first time face plant is usually the promoter didn't do the work. So they started a show and they put it on, they made a Facebook event and they maybe posted about it twice. And that was the extent of their promotion. So a lot of these guys get in their head that because they have a show, people will just show up, but it doesn't work that way. You gotta actually get out there. You gotta grassroots that motherfucker, you gotta yard signs, you gotta everything. Constant posting.
This show is actually in the MGM casino. It's a 2-day con. It's the 24th and the 25th of this month.
That might be good. I'm so shocked I didn't hear about this one.
So I feel like, just the natural, kind of, but also it's like, okay, well, what are casino people gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are casino people gonna be like? Like, this is gonna be interesting. I might die.
Well, Terrificon's in a casino, but I don't know if the casino brings you people. It's more like, some might wander in because they're curious, or drop the kids off, and go.
The casino typically comps events for individuals staying there, so that way they can just go into whatever, concert, venue, whatever. So if there's a Comic-Con happening, some attendees of the hotel or the casino may be comped. That might attract them in. That, they might find, oh, this is something cool. Oh, I can get this as a gift. And then next thing you know, right, exactly.
But
and hopefully they'll hit it big at the blackjack table and they'll come to you.
Well, more often than not, it's the high rollers who are comped things like that. So you would want them walking through because they would have the cash to invest and blow in something that's like, indie art or indie.
I feel like that might be all right though if it's in a casino. I didn't know that, so that could help. So yeah, you have to message me after that show and let me know how it was. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing. Okay, I'm
in Springfield. Cool. It's out in the Springfield casino.
Yeah, MGM Springfield. Yeah, they got me. They have my table. My table's online now. The floor layout they've updated it since the last time I visited the website. So
do you have the website right there? Let me
let's pull it up live, Keith. Let's see if there's anybody.
Yeah. Let's take a look at it.
Let's pick this apart. We can see. We can even critique the layout of the page.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna examine.
We can see if
now I'm wondering, are there even gonna be kids there? Like, is it gonna be 18 up? Like, are they gonna, are kids able to get through to the? Do kids go to casinos?
Yeah, I mean, we see a bunch at Terrificon, so hopefully,
if it's external, if it's like an exhibition center associated to the casino, then yes. But then kids come through the casino all the time.
Greg says he lives 35 minutes from Springfield, and I don't think any of the state line locals knew about it ahead of time.
Keith, what the fuck have I signed up for, man?
A learning curve.
Yeah.
Joe Lavoie.
What's the name of the website? I'll look it up right now.
I sent it to the private chat.
Oh, you did? Okay, hang on.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, so let's
Western wasn't there another show called Western Mass Con? All right, hang on, let me bring it up.
That could be the show.
That could be the same one, yeah.
Maybe reformatted.
They up the game if it is. Like,
so let's look at the special guests. I haven't really looked.
All right, yeah, let's take a look. Right. Where is it on the side here? Okay.
Yeah, if you go to that little drop down menu, yeah, special guests. Okay, so we got.
Okay.
Oh,
a lot of voice actors.
Oh, we know
a lot of voice actors.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All voice actors.
Okay.
I love me some voice actors. I'm big into. I'm a nerd for anime and learning all the dub actors and stuff. And I got some of my favorite dub actors and shit. So, I'm a both subs and dubs guy when it comes to anime. So
right on.
Certain shows I prefer one or the other, and some shows I could just go either way. But I don't
it
know,
looks
man.
Like they have a big room and then tiny panel rooms and
I'm table 27.
27.
I found myself on the convention floor, so right in the middle. There.
Oh yeah, you're right in the middle there. That's not bad. That's
not bad at all. That's a great spot to have.
Who's gonna be here? Let me see.
At WickedCon, let me tell you, I felt bad for everybody around me because I am a naturally loud motherfucker.
I'm the same way, man. Hey, look, Jack's gonna be at this show. Our good friend Jack Holder, he's at booth 47. Make sure you go over and say hello to him.
I will. I will say. Johnny C sends his regards.
Yes, and do the same for booth 50. Ken Perry Art. Big shout out to Ken Perry, awesome artist.
Okay, Jack Holder and Ken Perry.
You got it.
I'll tell them that Johnny C said each of you would give me $50 if I said hi.
Yeah, do that.
Those are the two I recognize right off the bat.
I know a few. Chrome Fetus does our show. Plastic City.
Chrome Fetus.
I know Amanda.
Okay, all right. So if we die, we die together. I die amongst friends. Too. Yeah.
So there's a bunch here that I've a bunch of names I recognize. Yeah. It doesn't look bad on paper. So hopefully they did the work. That's the biggest.
That's the key.
That's the biggest hurdle.
You know what? And the cool thing about it being at a casino is even if I only make $50, I could just go right and fucking go to the blackjack tables and turn that shit into.
Let it ride.
Yeah, there you go. Make it back that way.
1,000 or also lose my rent.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Could go either way.
Could go either way, baby. I'm excited.
That's what you mean by go either way.
What's this? Brian Rose. It should be out of the way apart from the casino. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it will be. It looks like it's its own area or whatever. Greg says there's been a bunch of 1 or 2 and done shows out this way. The other Western Mass show is in Greenfield. Okay, that's the one I'm thinking of. And then he says, I'm quiet but gradually charismatic as the event progresses. So I wonder if this guy's going to be there. But anyways, yeah, so that's cool. And that's happening. Is that the same weekend we're at the Burlington
25th
thing?
and the 26th. So it's Saturday the 25th, Sunday the 26th.
So that's the same weekend we're at the Burlington event.
Yeah, but the Burlington's just Saturday, right?
Yeah, just one day.
Yeah. If I find myself with free time on the Sunday, maybe I'll take a ride down and take a look at it, see what's going on there.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be good, man. You know, like I feel like it's worth that. Might, if I had known about that, I would have maybe tried that one too. You know,
and that's the thing too, is that especially in the early days of creatives, it's like we had no problem taking a gamble. And it's harder when you've done and gotten bit maybe 1 or 2 times at like a White Mountain Comic-Con or something like that, where then in turn it's like you're a little bit more shy.
Yeah, me and Johnny have done a few doozies in the past. So.
Doozies, that's for
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's a doozy, it's a learning experience.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm just going for.
Right.
Like
that's
I
fair.
fully believe, right, that if you learned something valuable that you can use going forward, that it wasn't a full failure.
Well, that too, and if it ends up being a dud, Justin, just go around and start networking. Like that's
the key thing too. Yeah.
Which I did do it at WickedCon. I did it at Plastic City. That's where I met Dave Gordon. And then I saw him at Wicked.
Good old Gordon. Yeah, being Gordon.
Dave's awesome. I love Dave.
Yeah,
I like
Dave's
his artwork too.
Nice. I went to Dave's birthday party.
No.
Dave Gordon's sister reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we're having a birthday party for Dave." And I was like, "I've met the guy twice." And she was like, "No, he'd love to have you." And I went, and it was really nice. They had little gift bags, little swag.
Oh wow!
Got on our way out, and it was
I got that same invite, and I thought the same thing, Justin. I was like, "This is weird. I barely know
gone.
Dave."
It was. Me and my wife went. It was so good, and
wow.
and I genuinely. I mean, it also helps that I genuinely love what Dave does. I love.
Yeah, I think he's an awesome guy to talk to.
It's real good.
I bought it at WickedCon, and I read it.
The episode we had him on was amazing. We just talked about syndication and stuff.
Yeah, I was really mad when I found out that he was on the episode I was supposed to.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That was the one.
I just was not in a mental. I was just in the middle of hell, abject fucking hell. But
glad you made the time to be able to come on after all, though. You know
yeah,
I mean?
And part of it, I wanted
making the time, dude.
I wanted the coloring book to be out before I did this.
We started doing promos and stuff. Yeah,
exactly. But it just because I do have I have the Tony Shalhoub bit in the Microplastics book. I have a very similar bit with Rivers Cuomo in the coloring book. You know what I'm saying? And and he has this bit. Gordy in the Gordy book. There's this bit where Tom Hanks just decided to go full on sellout with the Thomas Crown Affair sequels, and just completely turned it into almost like a Fast and the Furious style franchise, where it just how Fast and the Furious just kind of lost its entire DNA in the course of 5 movies. And man, it was when I read that, I was like, damn, Dave Gordon is a kindred spirit, man. I love a good take a celebrity everybody knows and then just go psychotic with them,
That's great.
So if I don't know if Dave's watching or not, but man, that was so cool. And I literally told him
His book's amazing. His book's great.
His book is amazing, and I literally was like, man, if you ever just want to hang out and show me what you're working on,
cool.
Because I would love to be in a writer's room. I would love to be a buddy of mine. His name is Sean Baptiste. He's done a lot of stuff with Adult Swim. He's been around the video game industry.
I did a show years ago when he used to have comedians on. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Sean Baptiste, great dude. And he's got a channel where he does very interesting stuff on his channel and very interesting animation and shit. And he has a couple shows that literally animated shows he's working on. And he says that we're gonna want you for something, and I really hope he comes through because I would
that'd
love.
Be cool.
Because I feel like one talent I have, and this is one of the few things I miss about stand-up comedy, honestly, is just hanging out with somebody. They're telling me their material, and I'm just like, tag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how about you take it this angle? How we take it this, like, let's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the process. Yeah, definitely. I love that.
I don't need to be the one, I don't need to be the one delivering the punchline necessarily, if I can, you know what I'm saying? And so that's a lot of fun, but so I'm hoping that,
Gordy's great, man.
Gordy comes through. I'd love to hang out with him and, and just pitch jokes for future Gordy books. Especially because it's like a sitcom, right? Like, fucking build a writer's room, bro. Let me be in your writer's room, dog.
That's awesome.
I've always said that I'd love to see some indie creators get together and treat a book like a season of a TV show. And break it down that way. Like, that would be so cool. And the funny thing is, like,
I will extend this offer to you guys. If you guys are like, oh, I want some funny shit, in a thing I'm working on, like, please reach out. I would love to just
okay.
Next writer's table, we should have them on.
Oh, that's a great idea, Keith.
Yeah. We'll have to plan another one. Like, I haven't even thought about doing one, but we should plan another one. That'd be great.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I would love that. I would love just to be creative, be collaborative. It is just so fun. Like, just riffing here, just
it's infectious. Like when you start to get the same like kind of rhythm as somebody else creatively, and you're bouncing back and forth, and like egos are completely checked at the door, and it's not trying to like trump or one up the other person on their idea. Like, that's priceless.
Everyone's in service of the product, and then exactly, and then you just get something.
You gotta want what's funniest, and if my joke is the funniest, I'm gonna fight for it. But if your joke is the funniest, I'm gonna acknowledge it, right? Like, I've written some stuff with like my brothers. Like, we used to do like a sketch thing, and there would be times where like I would come up with like 5 lines, and then my brother would come up with something, and it like clearly crushed the room, and I was like, well, that's what we're going with. It's just like what is the best option? Let's do that.
Be in the service of the thing that you're making. Yeah, definitely. All right. I mean, I guess that's a good place to end tonight's episode, huh?
I felt it in my bones that tonight was going to be a good show, and sure enough, tonight was a good show.
Oh, hell yeah. I haven't laughed this long in
a while.
I was still chuckling. I almost kind of chuckled a little bit thinking of Justin talking to a little kid dressed like Captain America, saying, "Who are you supposed to be?
Who are you supposed to be?" And I would say it like that every time. I would just literally like Superman across the room, like, "Hey, who are you supposed to be?" Like, just lobbing, just
so good, so good.
It's so funny. But
I'm gonna be doing that. That's my favorite thing. If it's like because if it's like I'll be like, "Hello, Tanjiro from Demon Slayer." You know what I'm saying?
You should record those.
That's so funny.
You should record those.
I should. Just me and my wife were both just
their reactions.
But if I can figure out a way to like
only do that if you're not making sales, like if it's a kind of a a shitty show or whatever, then make some content. But if you got time to sell.
If I'm selling things, like we're buckling down, we're locking in, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what you gotta be.
I gotta get this back. I gotta prove to the wife that this is a viable hobby.
Exactly. Awesome.
We gotta justify ourselves, baby.
Hell yeah. So Justin, shout out your socials and where people can get the book and all that stuff before we start wrapping up here.
So Mister Shushy, so if you go to actually here, let me send you my link tree.
Okay, that'd be great.
My link tree. So it's linktr.ee, and then you go / Mister Shushy. But let me send it to the private chat.
Yeah, send me to the private, and I'll post it in the comments.
You can post in there. And so if you just go down, like, link to, so you can buy my coloring book straight. So I did Ingram Spark for the new book. And if you go there, the top link there, if you go to that, it's actually the Ingram Spark link so everywhere, like it's on Ingram Spark put it on Walmart, put it on Barnes and Noble, like every bookstore in existence it's on, but it's $14.99 everywhere. But if you get it off of my link tree at that link, it's $11.99.
Okay,
so,
nice. Yeah, cheaper.
So you can get it for $12.
And how much do you sell it for at shows? Is it the same price?
I'm just figuring that out.
Oh, okay.
I think I could probably do like 10 and still make a profit. You know what I'm saying? It really, I'm like kind of torn there. Like I don't want to, like lowball myself, but I also don't want to like.
What if you did like a little print of the cover or throw the sticker in, and you could sell it for 15? As like a
and so that's like the bundle. And when we do have these stickers, I was thinking of selling these stickers, the colorable stickers for $5.
Yeah,
because I think it's like a novel concept, and
something where it looks like they get a deal or an exclusive item with it, Yeah,
I mean, I got tote bags and stuff, so we'll see. We'll see how that.
Or
goes,
even you can do you could order mini prints. I know it's spending more money, but like you could get like a 6x9 print that'll cost you like, less than $1.
For this show, I cannot afford anything else other than anything I've already
for future ideas.
Although limit. I could see you doing well, just even making zines, folded, like hand folded comics, dude. Like totally do that. People would buy those for like $1 or $2 a piece. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, maybe
that's just sweat equity.
Myself and fold up,
bundle them together.
Definitely, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, I'm really gonna be pushing. I got 100 copies of the coloring book. We're really gonna be pushing the coloring book hard.
Awesome.
And but we will see where it goes. Oh, Shushy FB followers went up 1 because thanks, Greg. Hell yeah, man.
Look at that. Hells yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thanks, bro.
We always move the needle just a little bit.
Yeah, just so we always move a little bit here.
I've legit I've pledged to like multiple Kickstarters just from the times I've been watching you guys. So
right on, man. Well, thank you for supporting people like that. That's dope.
And part of why I haven't watched in the last couple months
because you don't want to support.
I know that like I'm gonna see some shit. Like I wanted to go and I want to go and pledge to the Saga of Heroes, but I'm like, I don't know, man. We're really strapped right now.
Yeah,
it's a tough time too.
Totally understand, dude.
It goes for everybody, not just what I mean. Like it's the whole world right now.
We gotta be. It is like.
Same. I haven't backed a lot of our guests either.
Yeah,
in my heyday, I was like a 2 or 3 Uber Eats a week type guy. Now I'm like, it's like my little paycheck treat.
Yeah, you gotta like buckle down. I get it.
To that point, though, it's like every little bit helps. So, like, even if like there's something that you see you like, I personally love to get the physical, but then that like results in like, hold on, let me show you guys. This is what that shit results in. Look. Stacks of unopened, like I don't know if you can see it. Hang on. Oh,
yeah, right
there. See that? Stacks of unopened Kickstarters because it gets backlogged. You know what I mean?
I've got a couple of those too. Yeah, that I was like, I really gotta, but it's just, but like just late last year, we got this opportunity for like an apartment. Like me and we had never lived alone before. We got married like in like late 2024. So it was like we had to jump at it. It's just like, and it's been great for like now that we live here. It's been great for our mental health. Just like, oh man, there are no brothers of mine for miles. We spent like the better part of a decade every day. I woke up, it's like I got like 3 brothers somewhere in the guts of where I'm living, and now there's
well, and it'll take you a little while to get like accustomed to like and where but I get it, you got to make that money back, so
100%.
Yeah, well, we'll see, but we'll see how I'm sure I'll be back here some whenever the next thing comes out.
Absolutely, man.
And I'll tell you guys how Western MassCon went, and the writer thing that Johnny you were talking about, man. Please, I'd love to just be collaborative. It would be so fun.
I keep you in mind, man, for sure. Like if I ever work on that project, I've told Keith about it. Keith knows what it is, but like if I ever actually do that, like I'll definitely keep you in mind, especially specifically for the comedic angles. The comedic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just let me. You know, I would love to do Punch Up, and I used to do Punch Up for like stand-up friends of mine and shit. And there's like a couple of them, and it's like, man, I've seen their stuff since. It's like, bro, you needed me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Your shit ain't hitting the same anymore, man.
Well, I almost envision like if I were to do like that execution of a story, like storytelling, right? And I had my writer's room and I had my people. Like, I don't know if you're a fan of the show Supernatural, but like, or even X-Files, where there's we're like, there's like, it's typically a serious show, but every so often there's like the one-off funny episode. Like that would be your episode, or that would be your issue, dude. Like the comedic issue,
right.
Let me hit you with the domain expansion,
Yeah,
Hells yeah.
Absolutely. Awesome.
I love that.
All right. On that note, we're gonna wrap this one up. Everybody like, subscribe, share, check it out. Follow all the links. Everybody's links that was on tonight's show is in the description of the video. Check out their projects and back everybody. And we'll be back.
Follow me. Follow me. Send me a message.
Shushy.
Say I saw you on ICR, bro, and I'll follow back. I promise. I'm
absolutely.
Go follow Shae Martin, Saga of Heroes as well.
Shae Martin, Saga of Heroes, cool as shit, dude. What was Marcelo? What was follow that?
Oh yeah, Marcelo Santana's.
I don't know if he's still in here or not.
Instagram
page, bro. You rule, dude.
Yeah, do your taxes.
Yeah, I gotta do my taxes. I also gotta do
taxes
right now. That's tomorrow night, probably. That's my tomorrow night.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And join us every other Monday for another live stream. And most importantly, read some comics, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. And we'll talk to you later. Good night, everybody.
Good night.